Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Podcast. Put a little Colt Cabana spin on that. Joining me tonight for the WrestleMania review show, the WrestleMania 35 review show, Chucks and Will. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Had a little bit of a technical hiccup to be getting there. I don't know what happened. Everything started melting down. OBS was having sparks fly out of it. Had to redo the thing there. So, hope you guys are doing well. Chucks, I know you're doing incredibly well.
I'm not so sure yet. We haven't gone through anything. Nothing's official.
I mean,
I might be doing all right. I might not be doing so well. Who knows? There's
a pre-made graphic on the screen for it.
on which screen?
Oh,
on the YouTube screen?
Yeah, on the YouTube screen, yeah.
What, you've already put... Oh, man, spoiler.
Yeah. You put that up for...
That's not a prediction. That was a
spoiler. I don't know if I could have... had a separate scene for it. I guess I could actually. I just randomly cut to it. We didn't. We're just going into this raw. There's no second takes here, even though we're on a second take. Okay.
Yeah. Is this like where they used to tape Impact after they've done before they've done a live show?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Pretend we don't know what's happened.
Sure, okay. Should we get into it then?
Yeah.
Just kick things off with this prediction game. All to play for. Anything could happen in this game.
Do we not want to talk about the
Hall of Fame
preceding events?
Oh, maybe we should.
Just a quick mention of the Hall of Fame and Takeover. Well, we did mention Takeover briefly last week, didn't we? Because that had already happened. Did we see the Hall of Fame anymore?
I saw the noteworthy part.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I saw the part that was cut off the network.
I was surprised that Honky Tonk Man just wasn't burying everybody. In fact, he was very proud to be a part of the Hall of Fame. Thank the fans and whatnot. Tori had a weird speech, in my opinion, where permission is for pansies. I was like, that's good luck trying to get that across in the workplace these days, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think it was Bret Hart after her, right?
I think so, yeah. It was, yeah.
Where the main notable takeaway, if you didn't watch, was that some idiot fan jumped the stage and tried to tackle... Well, actually did tackle Bret Hart. Him and Natty, actually.
Yeah.
It was wild. I was not expecting a fan jump in like that, and I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
And Bret Hart, of all people.
Yeah, a cancer survivor and a stroke survivor as well.
And then he got jumped on by everyone.
Travis Brown, the New Day.
Dash Wilder
got
right onto the face.
Dash Wilder, yeah, with the greatest sucker punch ever.
So casual about it as well. He just rolled up, laid it on, and then just wandered off, you know, as you do. I thought he was going to be the biggest face on the show the next night, but
It
apparently
should
not.
have been.
Yeah.
It's like the thing about jumping the rail. I mean, it's a stupid idea, but like when the ring is surrounded by wrestlers and talent, if the security's not going to get you, they sure as hell will.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was thinking, what he was trying to accomplish or prove, but it didn't work. I can tell you that it did not work.
There was he'd done some crazy tweets in the weeks leading up to it. Someone found about how he kept asking Vince for a front row seat or something, and then obviously when he didn't get a reply, he said something about you're going to regret this, and apparently this was his answer. Yeah.
Yeah, shocker. Vince doesn't really respond to anybody on Twitter.
I doubt it's even Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. You mean that account isn't actually Vince?
I mean, Vince might have some input as to what to say on Twitter, but I don't... Until we get, like, actual video proof of him actually, like, tweeting casually.
Yeah, that's true.
It's probably some corporate stooge just,
I think it's
away.
more likely that Vince was Cranky Vince and or Vince Googling.
The actual Vince McMahon is not Vince McMahon, or as a Cranky Vince. That would be the greatest plot twist in Twitter history.
It's actually just him. He's
Oh my
very
God.
self-aware these days.
That would be so great. I genuinely missed that account. I don't know who ran it, but I genuinely missed them.
Was it supposed to be JBL?
That's what everyone thought, but like he was tweeting while JBL was filming SmackDowns and stuff.
It was no, because he was on Raw one time doing commentary work, and he tweeted something out, and it came out of the Cranky Vince and JBL account, and that's why everybody was up in arms. And it came from like two different sources or whatever. From
was
the
it JBL? Wasn't it someone else?
I think there was somebody else.
Man.
There was somebody else tied to it, yeah, possibly, but I don't remember who.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah. Good days of Twitter. That was probably peak Twitter for wrestling, honestly.
Yeah.
It was just before the WWE kind of jumped on the bandwagon, wasn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
Everything's now all social media based, and
yeah,
it wasn't really talked about as much nowhere near it is now, anyway.
Yeah. The good old days. Memories.
I'm just looking through it now. One of his later ones was, see if you can work out who it is. Who are these fat fucking farmers? Who signed them? They don't even have any muscles.
Damn it.
That was about the Wyatts.
Man. Like I said, peak Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
apparently someone got fired, a writer got fired because Brett mentioned Vince's name.
Yeah, which is weird because Triple H made a joke about that later on in the night.
The rumor is that was kind of why he did it, because he knows he's not going to get fired. So he just made the most of it, kept on saying it, because he knew some guy had just got fired. Just pretty shitty when you think about it.
Yeah. Because, like, I was wondering when it got to the DX portion, and then Triple H was just making, like, constant jabs about the whole Vince McMahon name. Don't say Vince McMahon. I was like, what the hell is he going on about? Like, what is this bit that he's doing?
Yeah.
And, yeah, now this story comes out that this writer got fired because he put Vince McMahon's name in Bret Hart's speech, which I don't understand why that's a negative thing, basically, if you will.
I just searched about Cranky Vince, and the Reddit thread came up about the identity being figured out. They linked to that tweet that I've just sent you, with a screenshot of those two being sent at the same time. And check out that screenshot there.
Yeah, that was around St. Patrick's Day with the green gimmick of the whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it that you're on there, immortalized? JBL, Cranky Vince, Smoot.
That's me. Because I saw it as it happened live, so I just the good old days of yeah. That's how you start WWE Raw. Wow, road to WrestleMania. Yeah. He had to have some hand in it. If it wasn't him, like directly contributing to it, it had to be like some sort of contributing factor. I feel. Because honestly,
maybe someone that controlled both his and someone else's,
maybe
someone in the media team.
Yeah, or somebody who had like the credentials to the Cranky Vince account as well.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, good times. And then, yeah, guy getting fired for mentioning Vince. I guess he is cranky.
I mean, it ties in pretty well. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty. You think about it, like the ex laughing, joking, and okay, it was funny. But then when you think about it, some dude's lost his job.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Yeah, and they kind of
guy actually write that though, or did Brett want to mention it? Because how does Brett talk about his career without mentioning Vince?
Well, yeah.
Is it the writer's fault?
Well, then in that case, you'd think Brett would go, hang on, it wasn't him, it was me.
Yeah. I think he would anyway.
Vince just fires Brett again on the spot, you know? Brett screwed Brett.
Brett screwed Brett again.
Yeah. And he tackles him out the door. Well, first off,
Brett spits on him and goes to AEW.
Yeah. I'm all in, brother. Oh. First off, kudos to Brett for continuing the speech, even though his hair was a little bit messed up. I kind of wanted Natty to, like, you know, fix it a little bit for him, but he kept going on, no problems whatsoever. Social media was blowing up, obviously, because of what happened. Do you think this is going to lead to either A, the Hall of Fame going back to its usual setup, or B, or I should say and or B, just not having the fans involved with this? Because I've also heard a lot of people say that the fans shouldn't be a part of the Hall of Fame. It's too... It's not their night, basically. It's about the superstars, the talent, the legends, if you will, and the fans should just stay at home or just not be at the event or venue itself. Which, honestly, can you really punish a bunch of fans for one idiot doing an idiotic thing? Like,
well, that's been talked about for a while. Not having the fans there, not making it such a big thing.
But does this strengthen the case?
I guess it does. I just think you put them back on the stage. I don't see what was wrong with that in the first place.
No, there was nothing wrong with it. The setup they had, there were no barriers, was there? Because obviously there was wrestlers around the ring, which so you'd assume we don't need barriers. I don't know. I think if they had barriers there, would he get as far as he did? I don't think he would. I don't think he'd got in the ring. I think that was the only fault, really. I think the setup worked well.
It definitely looks cooler, but is it worth the risk now? And is it going to happen again? These things don't happen often anyway, so...
In fact, this is the first time a fan's interacted, you know, with the talent directly on a Hall of Fame event.
Well, on a Hall of Fame, we only have, how many Hall of Fames have there been? 15, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that's, But even, like, you know, people jumping the rails at actual shows, that happens probably not even once a year in WWE, does it? Like, it so rarely happens.
No, I'm surprised that it doesn't happen more often, to be honest, because, I mean, I don't want to go into detail, obviously, but if you're determined enough, you could do some damage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially in today's world, with things that have happened.
Honestly, Brett's pretty lucky this guy wasn't like carrying a weapon on him when he stormed the ring. Because that was my thought. I was like, some idiotic New Yorker just fucking, did something really bad to Brett. And the way they cut away, like when it went to black and whatnot, just to censor the footage, was kind of scary. Not gonna lie, it was kind of creepy. Yeah. And then they had like a wide shot, and then they went black again, and
they kept going to like audience reaction shots, and that was somehow even worse.
Yeah,
because they could see it, we couldn't. So they're reacting to what's going on, and we're like, what's going on? And then, strangely, if you caught it live, they actually, for a good couple of minutes, they kept it locked on the main camera.
Yeah.
And you saw the guy was on the floor getting taken down.
Yeah.
And I thought, they shouldn't be showing this,
Yeah.
Especially if we don't know what's happened yet, you know what I mean? It turned out to be pretty much nothing, but...
An over-enthusiastic fan, as WWE called it.
Over-exuberant?
Over-exuberant, yes.
I see. So we're supposed to leave with smiles on our faces, supposed to get excited and make noise and stuff, but not get too exuberant.
No.
The show's good, but it's not that good. Don't get that excited.
I love you, Brett. And you give him a hug, tackle.
Storm the ring and shake his hand.
Yeah.
It was as you say, for a couple of minutes, it was a bit scary. You didn't know what had gone on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, everyone was okay in the end. A little bit shaken. Except for him.
The guy got wrecked.
Pretty screwed up, yeah.
The guy got wrecked and the writer got fired, which DX just made fun of all throughout the speech. Also,
did you catch there's a video of Strowman just after it happened? He was really pissed off. I don't understand, but it's just funny. He just totally living up to character.
I wanted to see that guy get those hands.
Seriously.
Well, there was a small chance to get these hands on this video that I've seen going around Twitter somewhere. Apparently, Shane was the first in the ring, which is kind of...
Yeah. It was like Shane and Travis Brown, yeah. They were like the first ones, and other people followed suit and whatnot.
And then Spud got involved.
Yeah.
I was just trying to pull everyone out and calm everything down. Harry Smith was there, I guess, and it's quite a few.
Spud saved today.
The most disappointing thing about the whole Hall of Fame is on the WrestleMania show itself, when they bring everyone out, they have everyone standing next to each other. Then DX comes out last because they're the headliners.
Yeah.
They all kind of split off and pose and throw stuff around, throw their glow sticks and stuff. And I'm thinking, I want to see Shawn and Brett interact.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe it's just a hug. Maybe they shoot on each other. I don't know. Just I want to see what happens between those two. They're both going into the Hall of Fame together. It's the first time they've been in the same place at the same time, on screen at least, for ages. I want to see what happens. And they just didn't. They kept not doing it. They all went back to the middle to do their last pose.
Yeah.
They did the last pose. They got X back from wherever he was, a mile away, to come back.
I think he generally fell off the stage.
Yeah.
I think he did, yeah.
He missed his spot. And then they all went off to like shake hands and stuff with each other. Shawn walks right up to Brett, and then we cut back to whatever it is, video package, just as they were about to do something. I don't know what it was. Presumably they got into a fight, but I don't...
You're hoping they got into a fight.
I'm kind of hoping they didn't, because I didn't get to see it.
An undocumented fight, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, supposedly they buried the hatchet. They buried the hatchet back when they were doing the Monday Night Wars with TNA 2.0 or whatever.
Yeah. Is it that whole episode of Raw was based around it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hugging the ring and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, God. But yeah, I kind of get what you mean. It would have been cool to see like some sort of interaction and whatnot.
Something, yeah.
You know?
And then just as we were about to get it, they cut away.
Yeah.
Like you would think that would be a thing that they would, I don't know, maybe not feature, but would have in mind when they're both on the stage together.
Hasn't that been like WWE's MO lately? Just about when you get something you want, they just take it away. Like Kurt Angle and John Cena. Just kidding, Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Which leads us to your guys' predictions.
Hey!
Just when you think you want something, they take it away.
Yeah, sure.
Or do they? Should we start off?
While you're discussing these first couple of matches, I'm going to shine a light in your face.
Oh, God. Yeah. The amount
How long was that light on for? Was it like 3 hours or something?
Well, it had like this weird red-yellow bathlight thing that bathed the crowd in it, like as if it was like a Sin Cara match. And I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but it was like the power of like 8,000 suns in the sky, and people couldn't see shit into the ring. I'll try to like pull up a photo here if I can. But like,
quite a few, yeah,
there's quite a lot of photos, and people are doing like all sorts of chants and such about how you turn off the lights or whatever, or we can't see. And by the time WWE figured it out, they turned off one set of the lights, but left the red ones on for some reason. So people still couldn't see. Yeah,
it's kind of funny. I think it was during the Randy Orton match. They turned them off.
Yeah,
and everyone cheered, and they turned them back on again.
Yeah.
But I think eventually they ended up turning them off completely. But
that is WWE in a nutshell.
Yeah.
We do listen to our fans, but we don't get it right even then. We don't give them exactly what they want. We hear you.
Randy Orton, actually, I've got on his Instagram. He ended up putting a picture up, and he apologised.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how the hell you linked to Instagram. What the hell's that?
Oh, all those years he told us to burn in his light as well.
Nice. I don't know if you can throw that up for it. He put it's a pretty good picture of the actual orange light, and he put, "For the live crowd that saw this tonight during my match at Mania, I would like to apologise on behalf of WWE for screwing you up and shining a bright light in your eyes for 95% of our match. You missed a really great fucking match."
Yeah.
It is bad.
Randy Orton gives no shits on Instagram.
Yeah, it must have been bad if you were there, like.
Yes.
There's another picture, which I can't find right now, but the guy was sitting pretty much behind the set.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
And it was a horrible view he had, and they won't even offer him a partial refund or anything. And he's saying he had no knowledge of it, that it was going to be that bad when he got there. And it was really bad. The whole sort of half set was right in his way.
Yeah, I'll see if I think I got a photo of that as well. I can find it. But I know what you're talking about, because holy shit, you want to talk about some cheap seats, man.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't mind so much. I mean, I know they do sell tickets cheap, but they have like limited view seats, don't they? And you don't mind so much if you know that there's gonna be something in your way. But if you get there and you find that in your way,
jeez,
it's a bit different. I mean, I've been to shows before where there's been like a post in the way or something,
yeah.
And if the seat's available, they will move you. But obviously, with it being such a big event, I'm guessing they couldn't. But
yeah, damn it, I can't find it, unfortunately.
Randy Orton's Instagram has 2 videos of that light being on as well.
Oh yeah.
Chant the "We can't see," and turn the lights off. Yeah, pretty great, pretty great.
But like, it shouldn't be in the hands of Randy Orton to have to apologize for that, you know? Like, that's WWE's lighting department, if you will, that's their fuck up.
Well, it happens every year too.
Not even every year. Like this past Royal Rumble, where it was on what was it, Chase Field or whatever, had the same issue. Like, I don't understand how you have this, you know, horrible light that people are complaining about and still keep doing the same setup with it.
Why have they got to put a light in the car anyway?
I don't know. Sin Cara hasn't had a match in like 8 years. Why do that light get up? I don't know.
But to do it, I mean, it's not okay. It's not as bad. Obviously, people don't complain about it. But to do it on Raw and SmackDown, on Raw everyone's red, on SmackDown everyone's blue.
Yeah,
you know.
Just turn the lights down.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You look on NXT. That's exactly what they do.
It looks better.
Yeah. I think was it the Evolution with the women's people?
Yeah, they did it too.
Something similar there. Yeah. She's just not needed. I mean, on top of that, surely it costs them money, the extra lights. I'm not sure.
Think of the electricity bill.
Yeah.
I turn all my lights off when I'm not in the room.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
I mean, you don't matter so much when there's an entrance going on or something. It makes sense, but when there's a match going on, it's daft.
Yeah, focuses attention on the ring when you turn all the lights off. They're just, you know, only the stage is lit. It makes sense. It's what you do in the cinema, in the theater.
Yeah.
Also,
anyway.
and I feel like if you've paid like decent money for seats, you shouldn't be in an arena trying to watch the action off of a jumbotron screen.
No.
Yeah.
Whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've even stopped doing that now. If you've been to a show recently, they used to have what's going on in the ring on the Titantron, as it was.
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore. They just literally have the logo on the screen.
Yeah.
That's true. They stopped doing that for a while, didn't they? Because they didn't want people on camera looking at the big screen instead of looking at the ring.
Yeah. When we went to Raw, just gone in November, just gone, and we were sitting sort of adjacent to the stage, if you like, so we could head onto the stage. So if we could look up to the screen, it would have been perfect, but we couldn't see anything. It was just the logo. I know what show I've come to.
They still advertise the network on the network, so.
Well, that's the other thing as well. Every time there's in between matches, they turn all the lights down and put an advert on the screen.
It's weird.
Anyway.
I feel like that was a thing a couple of years ago that they were doing exactly that, taking the matches off of the screen, and there was a chance to put it back on because it was the Rumble when they took something off because they didn't want people counting down. Or just mixing up stories now.
It was it might not have been the Rumble, but it was like an Iron Man match between like Rollins and Ziggler.
Oh, that was one. Yeah, I think that was a different thing. But yeah.
Well, this Raw we went to last month. Do you remember the when Natalia got Jim Neidhart's glasses supposedly snapped in half by the riot squad? We didn't know that had happened because it wasn't on the screen, so we couldn't see nothing. It was only when I watched it back that we knew what the hell everyone was talking about.
Ah.
So you generally miss things. It's silly. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So WrestleMania. Did you guys watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
I missed the Battle Royals.
I watched it all.
I missed this first match, the Cruiserweight title match. I hear it was quite good.
Oh, I missed that as well, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Wow. I've been told it's pretty good. So, you two, god damn it, started off the night perfect with your prediction of Tony Nese beating Buddy Murphy. It felt like the right thing to do, a title change at WrestleMania, but I just never really saw it in Tony Nese. Didn't think that he was going to be that great.
Buckle up.
Even though he's got all those ads.
Buckle up, because all those title changes were going to happen here. That we predicted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them. But yeah, it was a good match. there was like I think Murphy hit his finisher, whatever. I don't know what it's called, but I think he hit his finisher.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, and he's like kicked out of it. Is that what it's actually called?
I believe so.
Okay, because you could have just made something up, and I would have been like, yeah, that sounds right.
That is what I would have made up. It's just the obvious thing.
Yeah, I think he kicked out of it, and yeah, Tony Nese got the win.
Just looking it up now. Yeah, Murphy's Law. That's his name. Okay, cool. So that was that was Cruiserweight match. They always seem to deliver. That's good.
They do.
Shame no one cares.
Yeah. Nobody wants that third hour of SmackDown. That's why.
Yeah, which we might be getting.
Are you serious? No.
It's been talked about apparently.
No.
We'll
Nobody
see.
on Friday nights is going to be fucking watching SmackDown on Fox for 3 hours. I'm sorry. No. Maybe that's why Road Dogg stepped down. Too soon.
The 17-woman WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal.
Oh my God.
I don't know why 17, but yeah.
Could make it an
We had a
even number.
couple of. What's that?
Could make it an even number.
I guess not. I don't know who else they could have put in there. There's a couple of surprise entrants like Kairi Sane and was Yosha Rai in it? No. Oh, Candice LeRae. That was the other call-up.
Yeah.
But they didn't win. It was, in fact, Carmella. She won by hiding under the ring and throwing Sarah Logan out.
I didn't see this coming.
No.
Carmella to win.
I didn't see Sarah Logan getting to like the final 3, let alone the final 2.
Yeah, they seem to give her a bit of a spotlight. And who was the other one? Dana Brooke seemed to get a bit of something as well. A bit of focus. Ember Moon is back too, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's about it. Not much else to say about this one. I think we all lost points here, didn't we?
No, yeah.
Yeah, Lacey Evans, Mandy Rose, Asuka. No good. No good for anyone. So, let's just move on. Unless you have anything else to say about the women? No?
Nope.
Oh, great.
No.
Then the match moved from the main show onto the pre-show, and that's fine. Don't think anyone complained. The Revival, despite Dash Wilder giving that awesome uppercut, pow, to that guy, they lost. They lost on the pre-show to the Edgeheads. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are your new Raw Tag Team Champions. Me and Smoot, point. Will, point. Beans, no point.
The hell.
That's why he's not here tonight. But
The hell.
Yeah.
no comment about Zack Ryder winning the tag titles for the first time in 10 years.
I'm sorry, I was waiting for something else to pop up there. Well, I mean, it's a hell of a way to break the losing streak for Kurt Hawkins. But before the match even happened, when Hawkins and Ryder came out, what the hell was their Titantron? Where it was just the logos going back and forth, one another. What the hell was that about? It looks stupid. I kind of wanted the Revival to retain just because they had a not so dumb Titantron graphic, but that's just me.
Looks like someone was made on 2K18 or something.
Oh god, yeah. It's that bad, yeah. Do you think this is Revival's way of like the beginning of them leaving the company? You think, and going to AEW when their contract runs out, supposedly?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't see where else they can go now, really. What else they can do?
You've got a bit quiet there. What was the question about contracts running out?
Do you think this might be the lead up to the Revival leaving the company, basically, and heading to AEW?
Haven't they got a little while left?
Oh, I mean, this could be the beginning of the downfall to that, you know?
I thought they were still contracted until, like, next year. I thought they had about a year left.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
but they could always ask for their release, too, you know?
Well, they have, haven't they?
Supposedly,
They
yeah.
weren't given it because they don't want anyone going to AEW. It could be the start of a year-long just not being used. That's definitely true.
Just getting paid.
Or it could just be because they were in the New York area, the shadow of New York, whatever it is they said this year, and they wanted the New York guys to win.
That's also true, yeah.
Not that they ever mentioned on the show that they were from New York.
No.
Or from the shadow of New York.
Oh, from the shadow. Well, they were Long Island, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is that correct? I don't know about Kurt.
I think Kurt Hawkins is from, like, Queens, I believe, right? Something like that. Somewhere around there.
Somebody got really angry with me on Twitter because the day of Mania, I knew quite a few people had gone to the show itself.
Yeah.
So I just put something general like, hope everyone in New York has a good time tonight or something like that. Someone replied to me saying, it's not in New York, it's in New Jersey, you should know this. Hashtag not in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sorry.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, he's not.
A bit of a dick, but he's not wrong.
You know.
It is weird, isn't it? It's not the first time they've done this, doing a show in New Jersey and saying it's in New York.
Well, the last Mania was in both, apparently, wasn't it? It was WrestleMania.
Oh, it was New York, New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it is in the New York Giants Stadium,
Yes.
which is in New Jersey, so I guess they do it too.
But I'm not sure of the distance, but it's not far, is it?
I guess not.
Like, so.
I think when they play at MetLife Stadium, they refer to it as, like, East Rutherford, New Jersey or whatever, and not actually New York. Because NFL is not that fucking petty. They can be, but they're not. Yeah. It's whatever.
It's okay though. Manchester United is technically not in Manchester, it's in Salford.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The stadium's in Salford, which is a completely different town. It's like a minute away from each other, if that, seconds away from each other. But
City fans do love bringing that up. Yeah, Kurt Hawkins now lives in Queens. Apparently he's from Glen Cove, New York, which is obviously outside New York City. You're right, Queens. Nailed it.
Thank you.
you just reminded me of something funny at the Hall of Fame. Sorry, you said Glenn.
No.
Oh.
What's that?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my mic's going a bit weird.
Oh.
You still there?
Yeah,
We're here.
Sorry. Yeah, you something funny at the Hall of Fame when it was the extra in the ring, and I think it was Road Dogg caught sight of Kane.
Oh yeah, that's the mayor of Knoxville County.
I thought that was funny. Sorry, you said Glenn.
I did. That's
You
true.
did.
I was asking for it.
Glenn Jacobs. Yeah. Lighting the way to our future.
That's good. Right, so new tag champs, that's great. Then we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal with 30 men in it, apparently. I won't bother running through everyone, it was just all of the tag teams.
That's more than 17.
It is more than 17, but it's not as many as 35.
Yeah.
Seems like they never go with the number of the WrestleMania in these Battle Royals.
Oh, they should. Oh,
but they never do.
That's a great marketing
They did,
thing.
I think. they started it at WrestleMania 30, and they had 31 guys in it, I think. And then
they just stopped doing that.
And it never seemed to actually add up. I'm going to go through them now, and let's see exactly how many were in each.
Oh no!
I have to, as thing. But yeah, 31 because Cesaro was in it as well. Then we had at WrestleMania 31, we had a 30-man Battle Royal. There you go. That makes all the sense. Then we had at WrestleMania 32, it was a 20-man Battle Royal. 33, it was a 33-man, so they did it once.
Huh.
And 34,
it's like they just forgot.
30.
Yeah, it's like they just forgot. Wow.
They should do that.
They should.
They should just find more guys and make it go up with the numbers.
Speaking of things they should do, sorry, I'll keep going back to it. I think X-Pac had a great idea. The China Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be A-okay with calling it that.
Yeah.
I think it would be a great nod to her and kind of giving back to the whole, they shouldn't. Triple H should have never mentioned that comment about the whole Google her history, and you could be like,
that's still going to be a thing if that is what they're thinking. They can't use the name. Like, they sneaked her into the Hall of Fame under the DX thing, but
it's not that big deal, Mike Tyson's got a checkered past. A lot of people. Donald Trump's got a checkered history.
Well, they don't mention Donald Trump anymore.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have a checkered past in the Hall of Fame, though. That's the whole point, and I think it's just kind of a cop-out.
Yeah.
But, we're the authority, goddammit.
Yeah, we're in charge, aren't we?
We thought it was a good idea when we cheered for it at the Hall of Fame, so yes, they should name it the China Memorial Battle Royal.
Okay, so this one was won. Surprised, I can't believe it, but Braun Strowman won.
No way. No
right?
way.
Isn't that crazy?
You mean it wasn't Ali, like Beans picked?
It was not Ali.
Come on.
Ali doesn't even have a first name anymore. Strowman won. He threw out the Saturday Night Live guys who were also hiding under the ring. Common strategy. And yeah, wins. So that's points for all of us. And
except for Beans. Yeah.
I'm not for Beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was... The Saturday Night Live bit was kind of short and sweet. I'm surprised they went with back-to-back setups where, somebody's hiding underneath the ring and then waits until the end of the match to come out and just be like, I'm going to throw you over to get the cheap win. Because Carmella did it, and then, these guys attempted
Someone
to
does
do
it.
Yeah.
Someone does it in every Battle Royal these days. Every Rumble, there's always someone.
It's almost as if they should come up with a rule to prevent that from happening.
I thought for sure in the women's one that they would have whoever the last two eliminate each other, and then Lacey Evans walks out.
A lot of people thought about that, yeah. Here it was Strowman, the two doofuses. He like kind of tapped Michael Che a little bit on the face, and then he goes soaring out of the ring, and Colin Jost gets tossed into a bunch of wrestlers that were just standing around the ring
for some reason
for like
still
5
there.
minutes. Yeah, for like 5 minutes. It's whatever. Apparently, and I didn't know this, but apparently, like, Saturday Night Live didn't even bother to promote this. Yeah. There was zero build from the Saturday Night Live side of things in regards to this.
What was the point?
Exactly.
Also, before this match, they played the Hardys music for about 5 minutes.
I think it's because the TV side was in commercial, and then they cut it to, on the network, they cut it up to the pre-show panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, instead of having some other guys have their entrance themes, it's just the Hardys music the whole time.
Yeah.
It's, it's fun music, I guess, but would have been nice to change it up a little while. Then, okay, so the show actually starts now. We're a quarter of the way through, and the show has started. It's going to be a long one, guys. So, the host of the show, Alexa Bliss, brings out Hulk Hogan.
Boo!
For some reason.
Boo!
Everyone seemed quite happy with this, unlike you.
Boo.
Boo.
He's a racist.
And then Paul Heyman comes out and says if Lesnar can't get the main event, he's opening the show and he's just getting out of here. So he did.
Smart man.
Apparently Hogan had no idea Heyman was coming out.
Yeah.
Good. Hogan had no idea that he's also a racist, but that's another...
Hogan had no idea he's a racist.
Yeah.
I think he knows he's
He
racist.
does know, he said it.
Oh, I know he said it, but he kind of denies it. And hasn't really given a proper apology since. So...
Well, I mean, if you're actually racist, should you be apologizing for it?
No.
That's a fair point, actually. I mean, you should, but...
You should, but you're not going to.
Yeah.
If you're going to believe something, at least stand by your convictions, I guess. Even when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. Anyway.
So, Brock Lesnar did come crashing down on Seth Rollins for a little while, but then the match started, and Rollins just stomped him. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And won.
Mm.
Yeah,
not a long one, not a very good one.
Surprised. I'm surprised. I really thought Lesnar... The one fucking time I pick Lesnar and he actually loses.
I know. That's what I just had to stick with it. Because it is every time it seems that Lesnar actually pulls it off when we think he won't. I thought, no, this time I'm just going to keep doing it. Like when you're playing rock, paper, scissors and you just keep going with rock. You know, it's the strongest one, you keep going with rock. Sooner or later it'll pay off. And finally it did. Point for me, none for you guys. Yes.
Ooh.
This is a bad show for Beans so far.
Yeah. He's like 0 for 5 at this point. Yeah. Wow.
Then, let's move straight on because there's nothing to talk about in that one. AJ beat Randy Orton. This was a surprise for me. I lose a point here, as does Smoot, but Beans and Will. Beans gets his first point of the night with the Styles win. It's a night for the babyfaces.
Yeah, this is where, as we briefly mentioned, the lighting issue.
They finally turned the light off during this one.
Yeah. Everybody was just sitting
an hour or two in
red light for God knows how long. Like it was an episode of Raw. And, they missed a great fucking match according to Randy Orton. So
it was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as good as I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, no. It was a pretty good match. I think either guy could have gotten the win, but they kind of really didn't need it. Styles is kind of like in this weird winding down point of his career where he said he didn't want to be like champion anymore or something like that, right?
Really?
I don't know. I thought I heard through the grapevine through media that he doesn't want to be as I don't know. I don't remember. It's not worth it. Either way, Styles got the win at WrestleMania for a change. And, yeah. Let him enjoy it. Even if the fans can't see.
Yeah. Maybe they should have another one and see if they can make it better. These guys can, I'm sure, have a much better match. But...
Styles is injured now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was his leg again?
Yeah. So they won't be happening anytime soon, but... Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Then we had the 4-way SmackDown Tag Title match, and the NXT guys didn't win.
Shocker. Which means that they were going to win the belts on Raw. Nope.
For some reason, I've got them down on my sheet here as winning. So everyone's going to be an extra point up. I better change that.
God.
Yeah, so Usos retain. So much to my surprise, I must have not been watching this one.
Yeah, they definitely won.
Anything interesting about it?
Are you upset as everybody else is about Aleister Black getting wacky sound effects for his entrance?
Does he have wacky sound?
Have you noticed he didn't have them on Friday at NXT, but he had them on Sunday at WrestleMania?
Yeah, when he they lift him out of the stage or whatever on the
and
the
it kind
board.
of creaks.
The creaking, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't happen on Friday at NXT.
Huh. Weird.
There must be only main show sound effects.
That's because NXT's the Bush League, pal. God damn it.
Yeah, they've actually oiled their little lifting gimmick. Right?
That's the best argument for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got some WWE 40.
It's the big leagues. Then we had the Falls Count Anywhere match.
I thought this was good. I liked this.
I thought it was quite good, but it was still a lot of the Miz trying to be a badass.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
I mean, you mean to tell me it's not badass if you flip the foreign announcers table over on somebody?
Not really. No.
Or if you destroy the whole international announcers area.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've seen Braun Strowman flip over a lot more than a table. He flipped over a whole stage once.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't mean the table. I mean when he got into the international area.
Yeah, he's just wrecking everything.
Quite a lot of tables. Yeah. And he did throw Shane over the thing onto a golf cart and then right down to the floor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looked like he wasn't supposed to fall all the way down.
No.
Yeah, he did. That was brutal.
I also like the cameraman subtly trying to get out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're being filmed.
I'm failing miserably.
They then went up to that hard cam scaffolding that Undertaker and Triple H went to 18 years ago. And instead of being chokeslammed onto a massive cushion, they suplexed. It looked like kind of off a diving board. It was really weird. There was no, there's nothing there. It was just like an open edge through some kind of breakaway table deal. And Shane wins because he landed on top. Which makes me wonder how the hell a suplex works. But
It was the way he come down, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think you get draped an arm or something. And the referee was counting it as a shoot.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to.
Shane sneaks a win here, and I think that means Beans got a point. Beans gets a point, we don't. He gets his revenge here. Gets back into the contest a little bit. Anything else to say about that one? It was the longest match, nearly the longest match so far. Anything to do? Potato Face getting knocked out.
I like the John Oliver 316 sign. That was in the crowd. Yeah, the visual was magnificent of them coming off the platform, the cameraman platform. If you ask me. Here, let me open this up here. There we go. There it is. Granted, getting a shot of the cushioning when they came down, and just when you realized it's a pad, like a landing pad or whatever, you're like, oh, well, okay. This kind of takes the disbelief out of it a little bit, but you know.
They used to try and hide it. They don't even bother anymore.
Yeah.
should like put like boxes or something on top of it or something just to sort of not make it so obvious. But now it's like, oh yeah, they got a lamb there.
Didn't they like smash through a like plywood or something?
In this match?
Yeah, I kind of thought there was something there. I know they went down into the cushion.
But they never really showed you what was there. It was, you only seen it afterwards.
Anyway,
not really about the match, but I thought the tech team or crew or whatever did a good job of putting the international announcers back together again. They made a right mess of that.
Yeah.
And when they did the little roll call a bit later on, they were all working again perfectly.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I thought it was a good match.
Oh yeah. It was probably one of the best ones of the night. Also, Miz's dad doesn't know how to fight. I feel
no.
The way he threw up the fists. God.
Well, definitely not.
No,
but it was
he also
a good...
doesn't know how to sell. Miz went over to him and asked, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
God. But he's not a wrestler, so what do you expect? Come on.
I don't expect anything. I did expect, however, Sasha and Bayley to retain women's tag titles, but instead, Smoot's Iconics. They won. They beat the Boss and Hug Connection. They beat the Samoan Slaughterhouse and the Divas of Doom.
Bayley and Sasha were doomed when the Bayley buddies couldn't get it up during the entrance.
Yeah, that happens. Sometimes that happens when when all the pressure's on, all the focus is on you to perform. Sometimes there's no shame in that. We've all been there.
Yeah, but it's the grandest stage of them all. Like, come on, you gotta perform.
Should have taken some of Mrs. Niagara. Remember that segment?
Oh, God. I do.
Unfortunately, yes.
I do.
There's a tweet I could have made a week too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the story coming out of this one is that Sasha isn't happy.
Or Bayley as well, apparently.
I mean,
No.
They won the women's tag, and then they really haven't been doing much since then. In fact, they haven't really been doing much leading up to the women's tag team championships, because for a while, a lot of people wanted them to split, and they had this Dr. Shelby segment, and then nothing really came out of that. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're buddy-buddy, and we're waiting for, like, one of them to backstab each other again, and you just get this... You just have this apathetic feeling between both of them, and it's just... I don't know.
Didn't they sort of tease some kind of lesbian story at one point?
Yeah, which is, like, more interesting than anything else they've done.
That's for sure, yeah. Yeah, I just felt like the Iconics had a legit case of, saying that Bayley and Sasha were ducking them, and the fact that they won on SmackDown, I don't know. Two and two added up, Plus, half the fucking Bayley buddies were flaccid on the stage, okay? Like, come on. If that's not a hot call to make the Iconics win, I don't know what it is. Although I wouldn't have minded Beth and Natty. If that would have been an audible as well,
Apparently, Sasha and Bayley made a pretty loud noise about losing the titles backstage. They weren't happy at all.
Marks.
I think it's Ryan Satin, is it? He kind of gets a lot of the stories. He come out and said that they were lying on the floor of the changing room, basically not happy about losing the titles.
Actually lying on the floor?
Yeah.
Like kids do?
Yes. And then since then it's come out that I think it's Sasha's husband who works WWE, some kind of designer or something.
Yeah.
He's come out and basically said some sort of cryptic tweet that she's not happy. So which Rusev then came up with, Boxmaster is unhappy, be gone. Which even funnier. I thought the reply from Ryback was, "I've been gone for almost 3 years."
Oh wow! I thought it was like a veiled tweet at Matthew Botchamania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watchmaster.
Yeah.
Ah, that's pretty great. I've always liked that Rusev guy. He's funny.
I mean, Sasha did end Paige's career, so.
Did she do the neck thing?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, at a house show. Yeah,
Really?
that's who Paige was up against. I think. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so Sasha, I guess, didn't show up. Well, she wasn't on Raw, at least.
No.
And the last I heard from Big Dave, Meltzer, not Batista, the other Big Dave, smaller Big Dave, is that he didn't want to speculate about what was going on, but everyone seems to think that there is something, you know, presumably she's not happy, she wants to go.
If more conclusive evidence was needed, apparently she's unfollowed WWE.
Oh, wow.
Oh man,
That's it.
what a statement!
I've got more. Unfollowed Vince McMahon.
Unfollowed her.
Oh, and Vince. Oh man, anybody?
I've got more. She's following Cody Rhodes and AEW.
Oh my god.
But apparently she's always followed Cody since like forever.
Yeah.
Is that like when Undertaker took WWE mentions out of his thing and they were never actually in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those stories.
Who cares? She's unhappy. I'm sorry that she's unhappy, and I would love it if they, you know, propelled her into the superstar that she thinks she is, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's a former women's champion. She's a former women's tag champion. You can't be champion all the time.
She made a lot of history.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of history.
She had
Kofi
good
Kingston.
matches when she was in NXT.
Oh, everyone was better in NXT.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston, he is finally your WWE champion.
Damn right.
After literally running the gauntlet for a month or two, he has done it. He beat Daniel Bryan. He brought back the old title belt. He's got a new T-shirt out. He's the man now.
Yeah, the T-shirt, by the way, got spoiled during the match, which
yeah,
great timing, WWE.
Yeah. So we all get a point for that. Even you cynical guys who thought that the happy ending would not happen.
He also had the B team advertising the Daniel Bryan shirts, had he retained.
Yeah.
And then Ron Simmons with the classic "Damn." So,
Then
keep
what
going.
else do we have here?
It was a good match. I'm glad Kofi won. He deserves it.
It was a good match, I thought. Yeah, very good.
A lot of people were speculating that New Day were gonna, you know, backstab him, and that might happen later on. I don't think it's gonna be the case. I think New Day should be a thing forever. Forever.
It should be, but you know they're gonna do it.
Yeah, and then they're gonna ruin it, and you're gonna have like another Shield situation where, honestly, the Shield should have never broken up.
Yeah.
And then one of them's gonna be like, "I want to go to AEW. I'm all in, brother." Sorry.
If they can now be a team that really likes having the world champion instead of the team that really likes breakfast, then that's great. They could carry on forever. Forever.
Also, hold on. There you go. It's a
No
Mountain Dew.
way.
Oh,
It's a Mountain Dew.
Hit the
Sorry.
wall and you
late on.
got a second wind.
It wasn't a New Day, so I don't want to see it happen, but he could do a really good storyline of, you know, Big E and Will's getting jealous of him getting all the spotlight and stuff. He could do an actual good storyline, I just don't want it to be them.
Yeah. It seems a bit obvious.
Well, I mean, it would be true, I think. That's what would happen, naturally.
I don't know, because right now they seem really happy for him. Throughout the build-up for this, they've wanted him to get this shot. They gave him the shot in the chamber. You know, it was going to be one of them, and they nominated him. They've been backing him the whole way. They won that gauntlet to give him the title match. I kind of feel like that does seem like the WWE thing to do, have them turn on him because of jealousy. But I like the idea that these guys are just happy for their friend. That's a storyline we never get. Everyone's always jealous of everyone and trying to stab everyone in the back.
Money in the Bank is right around the corner.
No, there is that.
You never know.
Does that mean we get that awesome theme tune?
Money!
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Donald Trump theme.
Mm-hmm.
That might be why we won't hear it.
We always hear it.
That's true.
They used to use it last year, didn't
They did.
I've already heard it this year, I think, in the video packages for the thing. Okay. Oh man, I really messed up here. The next match is Rey Mysterio losing in a minute to Samoa Joe, even though he hit his finish on him. I should have thought about the ankle injury going in. I knew about it. I don't know why I didn't think it through. All three of you get a point. I don't.
Haha.
And Dominic was presumably not at ringside. I don't know.
No, that was weird because like they were hyping up Dominic
to
be some sort of a thing, and then just I guess when they found out that Mysterio's ankle was like injured and whatnot, they just sort of like I guess nixed it. I guess I don't know. I have no idea, but this one was a quick one, probably one of the quickest matches of the night, and it ended up with Samoa Joe retaining. The right call, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was really. Also, a little, what would you say? It's not poetic justice. It's not ironic. It's not that, but there's something in it. I remember Rey Mysterio doing exactly this to JBL a few years back, winning in 21 seconds, I think it was.
Oh yeah, when he like ended his career, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then what else do we have here? We move on now to Roman Reigns and his big comeback from leukemia. Now also defeating Drew McIntyre. Can anything stop this guy? Probably not. Points all round because this was an obvious one.
Yeah, I say there was no way Reigns was losing this.
No. But they do want Drew McIntyre to be a top guy.
Yeah.
So this was a tough one. He's going to have to bounce back quickly, I think.
We'll probably get to that in a minute, but the shake-up, but I think he may end up on SmackDown.
Yeah.
He kind of already did last week. But having said that, now I think it was with them going to Fox. They may want a big name. They might want Reigns over there.
Or we'll talk about that. I think that's going to be a little thing that we can preview for next week. In fact, another prediction game, I think. We can make out of that. Points for everyone, and then we move. Oh, jeez. Every year, the longest match on WrestleMania is Triple H. And it never has to be. It's always too long, but it's always him, and this was no different. No holds barred. Triple H beats Batista. So he is not going to retire, at least not yet, which is convenient because they're going to Saudi Arabia again. Yeah. Again, points for everyone. We all saw this one coming. It's not a big surprise.
Oh, the Triple H match?
The Triple H match.
Yeah. How gruesome was it to just see him take like a set of pliers to Batista's nose ring and just yoink that sucker out?
Yeah, it was a good spot though.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
Yeah.
No, only with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy's ear.
Yeah, that's true. That's about it.
That's about it.
What was
He
the match
doing
before
Randy
this?
one. What's that?
What was the match before this? The Samoa Joe
Reigns
one?
McIntyre.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Reigns with the win.
Reigns with the big win.
Yeah. Triple H. This was all right. I think this was an okay match for Batista's send off to end his career on. I feel, which by the way, I did not know that Batista was 50.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. He's still that jacked at 50. Like, holy cow. I think that's all you need to say. Also,
and Triple H is still only 49.
Yeah, and ring ropes don't hold grudges.
Batista putting the younger guy over.
Yeah,
putting the young up and comer.
Batista retiring as well, though.
Yeah.
As much as retiring from wrestling means retiring from wrestling.
Yeah.
That is what you wanted, though.
It is.
Well, of course.
Speaking of retiring, this was sad. This was really sad. Kurt Angle came out, and there was a sign that said "You never sucked," which was nice. That got me in the feels.
Aww.
And then Baron Corbin showed up and beat him. What?
Yeah.
You gotta put over that young up and comer. You just said it.
I don't know. With Baron Corbin, I'm making exceptions.
An exception to the rule, yeah.
Yeah, there's no need to put Baron Corbin over in Kurt Angle's last match.
Or anything.
You
Yeah,
can tell, for whatever reason, they do think that Corbin's going to be something big.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't
either.
see it either.
I don't see it. But hey, kudos to him. He got the win. The last one for Angle.
Yeah. And then Kurt just wanted everyone to tell him that he sucks again on the way out. Because that's his gimmick. That's his one thing. That's what he's reduced to. Everyone has to have their thing. At some point here, we had Elias. I don't know where he was in this whole order of things.
I think he was coming up before the women's. Or maybe a couple matches. I don't know.
I don't know. It's around here somewhere anyway.
Yeah.
Elias came out to play with himself. That was my joke first. Tried to, play every instrument. And he was interrupted by old school John Cena.
This was pretty cool.
John Cena had an old school rap for him, including my joke played with himself.
Yeah.
Hey, you become what you hate, don't you?
Yeah.
And it looks like Elias isn't happy with this, so that could end up going somewhere, like the Middle East.
Yeah. When is that? But that's coming up soon, isn't it?
Early May, I think, isn't it? May 4th, 5th, something like that.
Also, Boston native John Cena paying homage to the great Bambino Babe Ruth by wearing a New York Yankees jersey in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
If WWE isn't geographically confused, then I don't know.
You remember the Punk promo where he said, "You've become the New York Yankees," and Cena took great offense to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that look on his face like, huh? What?
Like, they were going back and forth for a long time, and he said, "You are the New York Yankees." That's when Cena gave him the big right hand. It's like, that's too far, man. And now he literally has become the New York Yankees. Okay, so enough about Cena. Sick of him already. Finn Balor, the Demon, defeated Bobby Lashley
with green contacts.
With green contacts.
Zero mention of that on commentary, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everyone was just tired at this point.
Yeah.
Just wanted this whole thing to be over.
Cole's voice was gone.
Yeah.
Hello? You know what? It's events like this. I feel sorry for Corey Graves.
Yeah.
He didn't get a break. He just sat there all the whole show.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of verbal lifting for Cole and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he kind of had to, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous, given that he was doing all of the matches and Cole wasn't. They can't find another guy. Like, I hate the 3-man booth. I always think it should be 2. But if there's ever a time to have more, it's going to be on like a 7-hour show.
Oh, yeah.
And yet they can't find anyone to substitute in, to tag in for Corey Graves occasionally.
They had Paige.
They did have Paige for one, yeah.
Oh, they did, yeah. Oh,
well. What else have we got? So, alright, yeah, Finn Balor, the Demon. Demon is still undefeated. IC title's back on him for a little while. And points go to... Where the hell is this? Where is it? Balor. Smoot, what the hell?
Hey! I thought Lashley had a chance. He could have retained. He had the green contacts in. Not enough for the Demon Balor.
Yeah. The points for the rest of us anyway. Smoot.
Sorry.
And then the main event, finally. God, I'm knackered. My voice is about to give out too. We have Ronda, the Raw Champion, Charlotte, the SmackDown Champion, losing to Becky 2 belts. The match wasn't amazing, but, you know, whatever at this point. Just
good enough, I thought.
Apparently Ronda broke her hand during this.
Yep.
There's some thought that she might have done that beforehand.
Oh, yeah?
Beforehand, she did that.
Hey, hand.
Sorry. But yeah, she's definitely got a broken wrist, hand, something.
And yeah, there was the dodgy finish there, where I guess it was like a roll up or something, and Ronda's shoulders popped up, and yet the referee counted it for a 3 instead of calling it as a shoot and messing up the finish of the WrestleMania main event, which apparently was not the right thing to do.
Yeah, this was weird because they showed it on the replay for like a brief moment, and Corey Graves said, even pointed out, like, she might have a case.
Yeah.
And just now they kind of like quickly went to something else as well. So
they did show it a good few times.
They were talking about it.
Yeah.
Which means surely Vince must have said, "You need to talk about this." They wouldn't go off on it otherwise.
Yeah.
I think it was Graves that said I would like a more it's not the word he used. A more
conclusive.
That's it, yeah. Conclusive end to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what we were all thinking.
Yeah. And they kind of rushed the celebration too, I thought, when Becky won.
I think they were way over time.
Finished it, was
Shocker.
12:30-ish?
Shocker.
Wasn't there, I know we're going off topic a bit, but wasn't there huge delays with the transport as well outside?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like people were waiting like 2 hours after the event finished because of the shuttles, and which apparently WWE never informed the New Jersey transportation about the show running late, you know? And so you had all these people just standing around waiting for a shuttle bus to get them out of there. And it was in the rain, yeah.
Nice.
So...
Yeah, so that's your first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. Fine, but a little underwhelming, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But cool that Becky won. She should. And she did. And that's points for me and Beans. And you guys thought Charlotte would do it for some reason.
She had the helicopter.
She did have a helicopter.
That seemed to take a long time for it to land.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she just had to walk in through the front doors as well.
Yeah.
Landed in the car park and then...
Did you notice, what's his name, the announcer? Greg Hamilton? He started introducing the match, and then just stopped, and then introduced...
Yeah, because his mic died.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He kind of cut out.
What was the singer? I can't remember the singer's name. Anyway. She did Raji's music, anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
John Jett, that's right.
Yeah. He was kind of in the middle of announcing the following contest is for the Raw Women's whatever. And then he just stopped and went, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome."
Yeah.
It's all that attack he's getting from Shane McMahon.
So...
Time
to tally the points here.
Yeah, so we had all these up. We had 16 matches to predict here, and there was a 3-way tie for second.
Really?
Really?
Apparently. That's what I've got, anyway.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, of course, I see, yeah.
So, yeah, me, Smoot, and Beans, we all got 8 out of 16, a respectable 50%. Will, you won. You won on the grandest stage. 9 points. This is big. How do you feel?
I'm overwhelmed with joy.
Good. You should be. That's the right answer. However, overall, this wrestling year, we've predicted between us 158 matches. Smoot, you did finish last, I'm afraid.
That's all right. I broke 80.
But you did. You hit 80, which means you are slightly over 50%.
Yes.
You did it.
Year of 50-50 booking pays off. Look at that.
Yeah. A good showing right at the end there. You got over the line. Will then in third with 91. A good score, actually, all things considered, because Beans was only just ahead on 94. And, hey, I did it. Beans won it last year from me, but I've got it back now.
Won it back from him.
Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor, 96 points for me. So not much in it, but I am your champion for the next year.
You're bouncing the title between one another like you're Charlotte and Sasha to the point where Sasha's gonna... Yeah, one of you's got to lay on the floor now, like a child.
It's not going to be me.
Having a temper tantrum, yeah. So there it is. Ta-da! So Money in the Bank will start a new ground.
New year.
Hopefully,
it's a new year. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Hopefully, I won't fall behind or whatever. Like I did. I don't know how I too many wacky predictions. I think. Did it?
Yeah. Well, there's no more Dean Goddamn Ambrose.
That's true. That is very true. So yeah.
Just be happy that you've won something, Chucks.
Oh.
You win and bugger all else the rest of this year.
That may be true. Maybe.
Anything else to add here before we get out of here?
Did you want to talk about Raw and SmackDown or?
Raw was for a Raw after WrestleMania. It was kind of tame. I feel
it was a bit. Gotta be honest, yeah.
It was probably one of the better Raws that we've seen in like months. That's for sure. But I don't know. For a Raw after Mania, there wasn't really that many big surprises.
Yeah.
Lars Sullivan finally showed up to eat Kurt Angle. What else happened? Ambrose apparently got put through a table after Bobby Lashley made a remark saying something along the lines of, I'm going to make sure Renee's taken care of. Or whatever. Which honestly, maybe Bobby's got a good-looking family. Maybe, he's going to actually, take care of Renee. Who knows?
Yeah, it's protective of his sisters, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Lacey Evans finally did something besides show up and leave.
Yeah. She hit Becky with a finish, and Becky no-sold.
Yeah. Pretty much. What else? Aleister Black and Ricochet still lost.
They did.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Undertaker showed up after Elias made a rap and saying something about next person interrupting me is going to be a dead man.
He wasn't wrong.
He's not wrong. And Undertaker, who still looks like Fraser Crane. I can't unsee that now. Put an ass whoop into Elias. Yeah. And then the main event, which lost a lot of the crowd when they got ruined.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston, winner take all. Getting marred by the bar.
Yeah. Did anyone really believe that they were going to follow through on this one?
I didn't think it was going to be a winner, but I thought there'd be something better than just stopping the match.
And the bar as well. I was thinking for sure it would be Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Yeah.
The bar. God damn.
Yeah. That would have been fine. They had the beach balls come out. They lost the crowd when the bar interfered.
Oh, gotcha.
They were chanting AEW, which didn't make it on TV too much, from what I heard. All sorts of the nonsensical stuff, typically, when fans aren't happy. So, yeah, this was not good.
No, it was up until then. It'd been a decent show. So.
But not many surprises though. For a night after WrestleMania, this was a
it was a bit, as you say, tame.
We had all the NXT call-ups over the last few months. So not much left for them to do.
Yeah, pretty much. There was some on SmackDown. It was never actually shown. It was a dark match. Apparently, EC3 is now being managed by Drake Maverick Spud.
Oh.
Being managed?
I guess.
Being managed, you said?
Yeah.
A nice little reunion for them.
Yeah.
Were they a thing in TNA?
Yeah.
Really?
They were pretty good, actually. That seemed to work quite well.
Well, they'll still reference that at all. If it gets to TV, this was in a dark match, so they might even get anywhere.
Yeah.
I hope it does get to TV because they need to do something with EC3.
Yeah. They got to do something with them, I feel. I didn't see SmackDown, so I'm clueless as to what happened. I'm just kind of reading little bits and bobs here and there.
It was a pretty much nothing show. What I didn't get was they kept advertising and mentioning the Superstar Shake-Up was next week.
Yeah.
And then every 5-10 minutes, a Raw Superstar would appear. You're like,
yeah.
No. But I think they're probably just treading water now because they're obviously waiting for this shake-up to happen so they can start any new storylines.
Apparently, Lacey Evans and Becky got into it again on SmackDown. Wow, really?
It was pretty much exactly the same as what happened on Raw. Almost to the letter.
Hardy Boys defeated Usos to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles before being wrecked by Lars Sullivan. Great.
Yeah, that was different. Hardy's back on top.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same thing, huh?
The Becky thing, yeah, she came out, did a little promo about how she's the champion now, and went to walk out, and Lacey Evans came out.
Weird. Oh yeah, Sami Zayn returned, didn't he? Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Yeah. I fell over.
Fell over. Took a shit on the
Had a
crowd.
match with Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Turned heel again.
He came out on SmackDown as well, just in the middle of the main event, and was about to do a promo, and then said, "No, you're not worth it," and walked off. Kind of good.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's the two shows of the week. Yeah, Superstar Shakeup this upcoming Monday and Tuesday.
What are we thinking there? Anything major happening?
Yeah, so I want to do a little prediction game with you guys and pick maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10, whatever you think is appropriate, guys that you think are gonna jump.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, like 5 from Raw to SmackDown, or just 5 general?
Well, just any jumps really.
Okay.
Also, I guess call-ups and maybe returns if there are any. Just like who do you think is going to be?
Is this for actual
moving
points for the prediction game coming up?
No, it's a separate game.
Damn it. I don't
go
know.
out there and say Roman Reigns is going to SmackDown.
Ooh, that's a big one. See, I've got Seth Rollins going to SmackDown. I think they're going to switch the belts. I've got Rollins and Kofi. Well, I guess the whole New Day. They probably have to go as a unit, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I've got the whole New Day going to Raw, and Rollins going to SmackDown.
I'll say Braun Strowman to SmackDown.
That's a good shout.
I can see that, yeah. In fact, he showed up on SmackDown this week, so...
Oh, yeah. Apparently to just promote the shakeup or something like that, I think, right? Or attacked Samoa Joe.
That's right, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good feud, actually. Maybe he'll end up there. That's a good shout.
I think maybe Lars... Whatever show Strowman goes to, Lars will be on the opposite.
Yeah.
I feel. What would be another good one here? God, now I gotta look up the roster. God damn it.
Which also keep in mind that we've got a load of NXT call-ups who haven't been assigned a roster yet.
That's true.
That's the point, yeah. I can see EC3 going to SmackDown, man.
I can see EC3 going to AEW. I love EC3. I think he's a great guy, but it's a shame that WWE just doesn't do anything with him. And I think he's kind of self-aware, I hope, about that.
I'm going to say... who was it that I had someone in mind from NXT?
Oh, God, I just saw Walter on the Superstars page.
No, that was it. Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's getting called up. He just lost the belt.
Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see that.
Is that any brand, or do you want to throw a brand up?
Yeah, I should probably give a brand, shouldn't I? He's going to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, okay. I think Asuka's going to stay on SmackDown.
And I'm also moving Becky to Raw.
Becky to Raw, okay.
Surely she can do both, though, while she's champion.
Yeah, that's true. But I think they're going to separate her and Charlotte because they've done that. And if they're on the same show, they have to keep doing it. So, I think, I guess you'll be on both for now. But then whenever she loses it or whenever they work out what they're doing with those belts, she'll end up on.
I would say, I'm going to say Bobby Roode to SmackDown.
Just Roode, not Gable?
Right.
Ooh.
I think they're going to split or something.
Velveteen Dreams of Raw.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
And I'll see now. I was going to say.
I'm still looking here. What brand is Kevin Owens on?
He came back to SmackDown.
Oh, right, because he went to SmackDown before he got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a team with Sami Zayn, wasn't he, for a bit?
Yeah, I'll put Kevin Owens back on Raw.
Okay.
Probably not going to happen, but that's just me.
Anyone getting called up from NXT here?
They're still using that awful render of Carmella on the Superstar stage.
Could they call up Shayna Baszler? They probably should.
How about Heavy Machinery to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say Adam Cole's getting called up, but I don't think he's bringing the rest of the Undisputed Era with him.
Which brand?
Are you going to go with that? That's going to be one of your things? That's a big call.
Yeah, I know.
Just won the NXT. Oh, no, he didn't. He lost it, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm going to say Adam Cole to SmackDown.
Okay.
Oh, it's a SmackDown.
How many have we got there for?
You've got... Yeah, we've all got 4 now. So I'm thinking one more each. Keith Lee, no.
I don't know, actually. Who would go to Raw? Who's been killing it on SmackDown lately? Brian's still... No, he's not the champ anymore, isn't he? No.
No, he just lost it.
Just lost it. You know what? I will say Daniel Bryan's going to Raw.
That's not a crazy one.
Yeah. And what did you say? You said you both had 4. What's your... You got Rollins, Pete Dunne, Becky, and then who else, Chucks?
New Day.
New Day. Oh.
Yeah, the whole New Day. And then I'm thinking mid-card champions. They'd have to swap them, wouldn't they? So that would be Samoa Joe and who's on the other side? Finn Balor. Yeah. No, maybe not. I like the Strowman one, but you've got that.
My last pick, and he's already kind of been called up, but he's not been given a show yet. Johnny Gargano to SmackDown.
Ooh.
Cole and Gargano on SmackDown.
And Will, you said Reigns, Velveteen, Cole, Gargano, and what was your other one, Will?
EC3.
EC3.
EC3. Okay. EC3 to
God,
SmackDown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And I've got a lot going to SmackDown there, but...
Alright, Chuck's last one.
Last one. It's got to be a good one. Let's put... no, I can't put AJ on there. He's on SmackDown. He built that house. Could have Luke Harper coming back somewhere.
Yeah, he showed up on the Battle Royale on WrestleMania with no fucking fanfare whatsoever from the...
Yeah, just kind of walked out, didn't he?
That was weird.
I think the Hardys could go back to Raw.
They did just win the belts.
They just won the belts, yeah. So then that would mean the other belts would have to move over. Who's got the other one? Oh, the bloody Edgeheads. That's not... That's not going to make much difference. The bar there. No, Shelton Benjamin.
I don't know if I have it.
There's going to be some like really small ones like Shelton Benjamin that no one cares about.
Yeah.
The Usos. I'm doing the Usos.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, really, but they just lost the belt, so I'm going to say the Usos are moving.
Mm.
Well, here you go. Here's a really drab-looking graphic here. Usos to Raw. Okay. There you have it. That's our predictions for next week in the Superstar Shakeup. Not for any points in the prediction game, even though we are making predictions. I'd just like to throw that out there.
I'm with you. I think we should be at points.
It's a different thing.
It is a different thing, and we would have to ask Beans as well.
So Beans Lesnar, you mean?
Beans Lesnar, yes.
First year after WrestleMania, doesn't show up.
Yeah. There you go. That's what we've got. It's engraved. It's set in stone. We'll see what happens next week. Prediction. Early start to the prediction game. An unofficial early start to the prediction game as well. Is there anything else?
One quick thing. We talked about SmackDown just then. Drew McIntyre was, for some reason, on the show. He ended up getting involved in the 6-man tag for the main event. I never noticed this. I've just been sent a link to a story by your boy Dave, Chuck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I heard he mentioned. So
he basically disappeared from the match.
So it was New Day and the Bar and McIntyre, and because the heels were losing, they just had McIntyre disappear, so he wasn't associated with the loss.
He had one sort of altercation with Xavier Woods, and then they went to ad break, and when they came back, he wasn't there, and there was no explanation at all.
Yeah.
It was really, I never noticed this, but yeah, as you say, they didn't want him to be associated with the losing team. So,
maybe he like walked out or something, but it was on like a commercial break or something.
Apparently that's exactly what he did. Yeah, he just got up and walked off. And also, Enzo and Cash are now working in these together.
Oh yeah, they
as the free agents.
Oh God, yeah.
They
when the Bret Hart stuff was going on, about an hour later, they basically attacked like the ROH roster, but ROH never showed it on the screens in the arena or on TV, on pay-per-view. So, yeah, too soon. Hashtag too soon. Okay. All right, a little too soon on that.
Also, last quick bit of tidbit, we don't need about that guy getting fired after the Hall of Fame, the writer.
Yeah.
WWE is advertising to hire a continuity script supervisor.
Oh boy, that poor. I still don't get why he was fired for having a Vince McMahon mention.
We could do this. Here we go. Key responsibilities: maintain and oversee the weekly continuity documents for Raw and SmackDown Live. In charge of proofreading all draft scripts for Raw, SmackDown Live and pay-per-views. Will ensure all major stories, graphics and transitions are brought forward for all shows and nothing is overlooked.
Yeah, we could do that, actually.
Serve as a liaison between Raw and SmackDown Live to ensure continuity between the creative of both brands.
All right, pal, listen up. This is what you can't have in your product, okay? God damn it. I don't want any mention of me. Don't make me look bad. No CM Punk either.
You will work closely with the head of department, VPs, and lead writers throughout the creative process to ensure the entire writing team is on the same page.
Oh, God. Wow. Yeah. Just wow.
You must live in New York or Stamford.
Oh, well. Never mind.
Damn.
Maybe Beans can hook me up. Maybe I can get like a gig from home.
Maybe.
Yeah. Uses his creative card or something. I don't know.
The successful candidate will be plugged into pop culture and current events.
Oh, God. Okay.
Does it actually say you must know about WWE anyway?
No, you just have to know about popular things. AKA be about 3 years too late to the party.
Strong understanding of WWE's audience and demographic is a plus, but not essential.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Great.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm not. I think
that's a good.
I'll apply for this job and I will be here next week.
Alrighty. Well, we'll be here hopefully next week to talk about the shakeup. It should be a good one. Unless it just isn't. I mean, it's always a possibility too. We'll see who gets points that aren't actually going to count towards the prediction game. But hey, that's
different thing, different predictions.
I have choice words, but I'm not going to use them here. But we'll be back next week hopefully, and if not, we'll be back the week after that. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you then. Take care and have a good one. Good night.